This is the Revolutionary News produced on Friday, June 27, 1775. I'm Anson Ingram at the Anchor Desk in Philadelphia. We bring you news from across the colonies. Follow the revolution each week, exactly 250 years after the events occur. This is day 69 since the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord. This week, we introduce you to the newly appointed major generals within the Continental Army, following the appointment of George Washington as Commander-in-Chief last week. After that, in a new segment called Neighbor versus Neighbor, we explore the growing schism among three groups: Loyalists, or Tories, the colonists who support the British; Patriots, or Whigs, those who support independence; and the remainder, who are undeclared to either camp. The Army's new organization, designed to drive the British from Boston, is comprised of three divisions, each led by a major general, including 47-year-old Artemas Ward of Massachusetts, a Harvard graduate and professor, and former Speaker of the Massachusetts Assembly, who presided over the Battle of Bunker Hill; 57-year-old Israel Putnam of Connecticut, a daring veteran of the French and Indian War, famed for his bravery and rustic charisma. He also commanded forces at the Battle of Bunker Hill. And a third division is led by 44-year-old Charles Lee, a British-born soldier of fortune. Eccentric and outspoken, he is respected for his knowledge of military science. In addition, 42-year-old Philip Schuyler of New York, a former British officer, wealthy landowner, and influential politician, leads the Northern Department of the Continental Army and oversees 10 regiments as a major general. So much depends on these military leaders and their troops, and we wish them well. And now, we turn to our Neighbor versus Neighbor segment. The outbreak of hostilities between colonists and British soldiers should make it easy to choose a side. However, colonists themselves are divided in their allegiances. Perhaps the most dramatic example of this schism is expressed in the strained relationship between the esteemed Benjamin Franklin and his son William, the 45-year-old royal governor of New Jersey. Live from the governor's mansion in Perth Amboy is Governor Franklin.
Thanks for having me.
Your break with your father became very public in January, when you gave your speech entitled Two Roads to the New Jersey legislature. What were you arguing?
I urged the body to refuse to endorse the newly formed Continental Congress and instead take the road to prosperity as part of England, reconciling with that benevolent authority, rather than pursue the road to civil war and anarchy.
What is the basis of your pessimism about the future of colonial independence?
Why would anyone turn their back on the very system that has served the colonies so well for over 1¼ century? Don't overlook the many colonists, like myself, who want to resolve our differences with England diplomatically and strive to retain our ties to it.
Some would say that you have more to lose in a break from England than you stand to gain from independence. Your reaction?
Well, it is true that I have built a rewarding life as a crown subject, as have so many others. Furthermore, I am a faithful member of the Church of England. It would be a shame to throw away all of that simply because of the insubordination of a few grumpy old men in Philadelphia who play to an unruly mob.
We thank you for your perspective and candor, and hope that you and your father are able to reconcile your differences.
A reconciliation would benefit us all.
So there you have it, the news of the week ending June 27, 1775. Tune in next Friday, subscribe to this channel, and follow the revolution.